Video games, it's a beloved pastime, especially in this day and age. You have everything from fighting games to sports games, and with it being Smashweek, and as much as we love to ship it on this channel, we're going to do a special Ship It video game edition. What's up, Universe, and welcome back to the web's first must-see comic and nerd culture show. Welcome to Comic Universe, guys. I'm your host, as always, C-Dubs, and I'm riding solo on this video. And guys, it is time for another Ship It video. That's right, we love to showcase the love in some of our favorite mediums. Who says that we're not in touch with our feminine side? Geeks of all ages rejoice because we are going to ship one of my favorite couples in video game history. And it's not one that's necessarily first thought of. I'm sure when we first started talking about this topic, you were like, oh, Mario and Peach. Sure, that is definitely one of the classic, if not the first we were ever introduced to. But that's not who we're talking about here today. They'll have their time to shine at some point. Today, we are talking about one of my favorite all-time video game franchises who happens to actually, the main character happens to actually be in Smash Bros. Ultimate. And since we're celebrating Smash Week, we're going to jump right into this. And I'm talking about Solid Snake and Meryl.
I may have loved you once.
That's right. This espionage couple is one of a kind, in my opinion. This is a couple that at first, again, if I were to tell you to name the greatest couples of all time, you would not actually come up with this one, most likely, to be honest with you. And if so, it's all the way down at the bottom. But there's something really special about this couple. It's a they will or they won't. It's a they did and they don't. This is a, it's like a forbidden fruit, if you will. Snake is definitely 100% attracted to her. You can tell within the writing in the video game just that he's like, oh, how did you pass, for a guard? Because, girl, you are fine as hell. He didn't say that last part, but that's exactly what he was thinking and insinuating. Her shape, her figure, he just couldn't fathom how anyone would be fooled to think that that was a man. And I gotta say, I agree with him. Okay, but she is not afraid, and she is one of the only women who could really put Snake in his place. Okay, Snake, Solid Snake in this case, he was on a mission to save the world, essentially, and he was doing his thing, and then all of a sudden, boom, she pops up and just throws a monkey wrench, and, he catches a little case of the feels. And I gotta say, I absolutely love it, and especially since he works so close with her uncle and hand, okay, that, again, she was like this forbidden fruit to him. He wanted her so bad, okay, but he knew that this might not be the best idea because he works so close with a family member of hers. And it honestly, the espionage and how tough they are, and she is not someone who needs to be saved. She's not a damsel in distress, if you will. She if she gets tied to the railroad tracks, she doesn't necessarily need Snake to come and save her. She can handle her own. And that's kind of a big part of what brings them together, is that she's not like every other woman he has come across. A lot of women are either too tough, okay, and they got, guns the size of his head, okay, and trying to kill him, or, they're, oh, woe is me, save me. The whole, chicks on a railroad track, if you will. And here comes again Meryl, who's kind of right dead smack in the middle, puts him in his place. In fact, she even gets the jump on him, okay, when she's in the bathroom stall and he opens it and he sees the clothes and she falls through the ceiling, boom, and she's like, this is the second time I got you. Okay, so Meryl is a specially strong woman, and you kind of need that with a character is diverse and is grizzled and is as hard to figure out as Snake. Snake is a very complicated man. Just his background and all of his training and everything that he has seen, and I'm sure, even though they never truly focus much on it, but the PTSD that he must have to some degree, he has seen way too much shit to just be normal in the head, if you know what I mean. Plus, with the whole being a clone and all of that jazz, it's just his mind works a lot differently than the rest of us. And Meryl was one of those shining moments in his life, I think. She shined, a ray of sunshine on a dark and stormy lifetime that he, before and after, had to endure. And I just wanted to take a moment to share my love and admiration, okay, and gotta thank Kojima for bringing that to light, and Konami is not necessarily known as the greatest video game company, but that is definitely one of the greatest video game franchises, regardless of how wackadoodle and crazy it can get at times. Okay, it truly, truly was, and it is a darn shame that we may never get another genuine Metal Gear Solid game, with the collaboration of Kojima and Konami. But we could always go back and play some of these HD remakes, and who knows, we may get updated versions, on a next generation console or even this generation console. You'll never know what they have in store for us. Though it does seem that Konami has kind of moved on to making more like casino games and pachinko machines and things of that nature, and they're not truly focusing too much on their video games, and you can kind of see that in the last installment of Metal Gear Survive. It just that game needed a lot more polish, if you ask me. And it is a shame because everyone knows I love zombies and I love anything somewhat similar to survival horror. I mean, it could have action elements in it. I'm totally fine with it. But survival horror is my thing, and I couldn't even bring myself to buy that game. And then I heard all the reviews. So usually I'm just quick to, I'll play it. And I just couldn't even pull myself to it. But to get back on track here, again, this is just a couple, and it's one of the toughest couples in video game history too. Again, you stack them up against many different couples, and they're going to give whoever they're standing against their opposition, they're going to essentially put up a fight. They can watch each other's backs. They're very good hand-to-hand combatants. They know how to handle a rifle, handle guns and weapons and artillery. These two are some of the best trained, and even though Meryl has gone on record to basically say that men have been essentially brainwashed into her that she is to not be attracted to men, she definitely was attracted to Snake, if you know what I mean. She she had a strong attachment to this certain Snake. Well, guys, that's going to do it for this installment of Ship It. But, guys, I just wanted to thank you again. And absolutely, guys, give that like button a solid Snake thumbs up, guys. And until next time, I'm C-Dubs, and I'll see you in the universe. Peace.